All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this market overview on a Sunday. It's Sunday, the 28th of February. It's about an hour until the market opens. So I just wanted to get a quick market overview for you guys, for you that are watching the videos. I'm sorry I didn't get one through on Thursday. Like I said, I just didn't really have time. So last week of trading was pretty hard, up and down. I ended up the week 7 pips down, so that's all right. No biggie there. But I am hoping that coming into this week we will turn a positive week. So I want to go through, like I said in previous videos, I'm going to pick out 4 or 5 pairs instead of going through the pairs and explaining something and nothing. I'm just going to go over the pairs I've chosen and show you what I'm thinking. So I have 4 pairs. I have the dollar yen, I have the euro yen, I have the dollar CAD, and I have the Aussie USD. So let's just start on the Aussie USD. It's pretty simple. On the 4-hour chart, we have this bat pattern forming right here. This is an interesting bat pattern because let me clear this one out. Because it's in the direction of the underlying trend, as you can see. So I'm pretty interested in getting long on this bat pattern right here. Not the danger. I was gonna say the danger, but the thing right now is that the market could quite possibly continue up from this trend line action right here. But I just want to show you guys if the market breaks through the trend line. So if the market breaks through, comes down to our pattern completion. I mean, this does not mean that the trend line has been broken and we're just gonna sky fall down, right? Because as I've said before, basically with these trend lines, and that's the main reason I don't really use trend lines in my trade. I like to draw them in just to see what the market is doing. But as you can see, you can pretty much always find something to match up to your existing trend line, right? So like on the 4-hour, if we do it like so, just to make a point. If I wanted to make the trend work out in favor of my bat pattern, I mean, I obviously could do that like something like this, right? Can you see? Once, twice, three, didn't quite make it, don't quite make it, 4, 5, don't quite make it, and 6, and off we go, right? So be careful when using these trend lines. It's a fantastic helping tool, but don't trade just based off these lines, right? So that's what I'm thinking on the Aussie dollar. So interesting if the market drops a little lower to see if we can get some action from the bat pattern. The next pair I'm going to take a look at is the dollar yen. And this is an interesting one. This is a, excuse my language, but this is a sexy setup of the cipher pattern on the 4-hour. The problem becomes, for me and many more, I mean, you gotta just want to jump on this downwards moving marker right here. But taking a look at the cipher pattern on the 4-hour, the problem becomes we want to short the market. The problem becomes, let's check if we can't find the RSI. seems to disappear sometimes. I don't know what's up with that, but let's check it out. And then everything appears. But so the the ATR right now is about 50, right? So we have to go 50 pips above X, and that's 90, that's 140, right? That's a little too much for my taste, if you catch my drift. Even though the risk to reward, if we measure it out like so, even though the risk to reward isn't bad, we're just risking way too much pips here on the 4 hour, right? So what do we do then? We look for alternative entries, right? Let's check out the 4 hour. We're almost extremely overbought. On the 1 hour, check out the 1 hour. We went overbought, extremely overbought, not by much. It's at or just above the 80 line. We are rocking the divergence. But now, let me see if I can't draw this in. Right, if you can see from right here, we have a little divergence going on. Right? Would you consider this a double top though? Of course it's a matter of opinion. Don't let me tell you it's not a double top or it is a double top. Obviously, this does not look like much of a double top, right? But what it does look like is the market banging against the wall a few times, right? As you can see, if you can see the purple line right here, this is a structure area, because this is the structure area between those in the box, right? But it's quite a large area. So I've shrunk it down. This is on the higher time frame. This line right here, this is a pretty strong line. So I'm really interested in getting short here. So I can't use the cipher pattern, but I do want to get short if the market opens a little lower. I do want to get short and hide my stops above these highs, right? You can see it better on the 15 minutes. Right, you can see that here we clearly have the divergence I was talking about. So, like so, we have the divergence. We have a double top here. This would be a double top for me. I don't care what you guys say. You can call it a kiss of death also. For you guys that don't know what kiss of death is that's the market banging 3 times against the wall. 1, 2, 3, and then falling off. So I'm gonna take a closer look at this. I'm gonna think a little bit more. We have an hour until the open, because I really can't trade it off the 15, because that's day trading, and we don't day trade the Asian session, right? So it's gonna be tough. I mean, I want to swing trade this off the 1 hour, but like I said, this is hard. It's hard to justify this being a double top. So maybe if the market does something like this, I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. Of course, guys, you do what you wanna do. Don't follow me and don't do anything I say. This is just my opinion. I mean, I just took a look at this a few minutes ago. I really haven't gotten all that deep into it. decide I want to go short right here. So anyway, if you trade the 4 hour and 140 pips is enough for you guys, or you can handle that risk, go for it. I mean, this level right here, this easily could shoot up to this level right here. I'm not easily, but of course we are inside a structure area, and I am expecting the market to either turn around or at least give us a pullback, maybe until this level right here. If it's going to continue up, do something like this, right? But anyway, that's my thought process on the dollar yen. The next up is euro yen. Let's go a little quicker. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. We have the cipher pattern right here. We're a long way from it. If the market drops until this level, we could be looking at a potential cipher. On the lower time frames, on the 15, if you're day trading, and guys, of course, if you are day trading the Asia session, you could, of course, go off that double top or that kiss of death thingy. So here's a bad pattern on the euro yen. We 70, 69. So this is not an entry. Didn't quite make it. If the market goes up into this level, you could possibly go short of that bad pattern, right? So and then catch the cipher for long. But if the market goes higher, I really, of course, as you can see, the level I drew in, that's the level I prefer. As you can see, we've already hit that level and we've gone short, or not short, we've dropped a little bit, and the market is returning. If the market comes back into this level, you could possibly find some entries inside this level right here, right? So that's the euro yen. The last thing is Aussie CAD, and I am short the Aussie CAD. I'm short the Aussie CAD. Basically, my thought process is we have this flag pattern in expectance, and I'm going to tell you my reasoning for entering. My reasoning is this downwards moving market, right? Strong. I'm trying to catch. My process is I'm trying to catch one of these guys, right? So I'm expecting the market, if the market breaks through this level right here, as you can see, it's holding pretty nicely. But if we break through this level, excuse me, I want to see something like this happen. Just a pure drop until this level right here. But of course, this level could hold. This is not a bad level to go long at either. So just make sure you're following your rules either way. But I'm trying to, and of course, the reason I went into this trade is because I could cover my or hide my stops above these highs right here. In situations when I am able to hide my stops, as you can see, we have this barrier right here, right? The market came up, went down, came back up into the exact same place, went down. If the market comes back up, right, I'm hiding my stops above these highs right here. If we have a breakout, I'm out, but I'm hoping that the market will continue lower. Right, so that's the 4 pairs I have for you tonight. So until next time, guys.